Welcome to the Dice Tower, a series of videos about games and the people who played them. And now, here's your host, Jim Reed.
Okay, you've all been asking for it, and it's time I delivered. Welcome to part 4 of my Descent video series. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about the Road to Legend expansion. My favorite part of my favorite game right here. Before I get started, one of the things I want to say is that if you're not familiar with the game Descent Journeys in the Dark, please go back and watch a couple of my earlier episodes, particularly part 2, maybe part 3, because I'm not going to be explaining too much of the main gameplay mechanics in this video. I'm just going to be showing you exactly what Road to Legend brings that's different from the base game and why you want to pick it up. Also, I don't think I can do much justice to this expansion in 8.5 minutes. So I'm going to actually break this review down into part A and part B. So you're getting a bonus episode. Let's get started. Why look at me when you can look at this great game? Okay, one of the first things that's going to catch your eye when you open the box is this really thick rule book that the box comes with. In fact, it's about 80-some pages long, 84 pages long. Well, what you're going to notice is actually only the first 33 pages of the rule book explain the updated rule system and some of the new components of the game. The rest of the book is actually just the dungeons that you're going to be using during the course of the game, just like how the Road to Legend, has a separate book for dungeons. The second thing you'll probably notice, because you're going to want to flip through the rule book right away, is that the dungeons in this game are a lot smaller than Journeys in the Dark. And the reason for that is, when the heroes enter a dungeon in this game, they're going to play 3, possibly 4 levels of a dungeon. Let's go ahead and take a look at that now while I got the book open. The game comes with a set of dungeon cards that look like this. And what happens is, for every level of the dungeon, the Overlord will pull out a dungeon card. And in this case, we'll take a look at the card and see that it's card number 9. And he will look up number 9 in the book. And there will be your first level of the layout of the dungeon. There's some special information on the card that talks about that level and some information on the level's leader. Okay, so the second main thing you're going to probably see and go, whoa, what is that? Is the Tiranoth board map. Now this map shows everything. It's going to show where the heroes are moving around, where the Overlord's keep is, and as well as where the Overlord may have lieutenants roaming around. Taking a quick look at, closer look at the board while we have it out. The board is filled with a whole bunch of different cities. This is actually the player's starting city of Tamalier, and the numbers around the city represent some different things. The market, how many cards they can buy at the market. Or how many cards you pull out of the deck that the heroes get to take a look at. This is the town's defense. The Overlord will be trying to raise and attack these cities during the course of the game with his lieutenants. The Alchemist is how many potions the heroes can buy while there, and the Temple rating is how many wounds they can pay to have healed while they're in there. If you look down at the bottom of the board, it has some really nice keys to tell you what different things are on the map, such as these are the dungeons. Over here, there's some secret areas and there's some legendary areas also on the map that the heroes can travel to, but not until they upgrade and get things such as magical boat. Also, these are the roads that the heroes travel on. One of the cool things I'll be showing you that's about this game is that the heroes will have encounters while they're going from towns to dungeons or from dungeons to dungeons. And this symbol right here will show you at the bottom of the board, and get it into your view here, how dangerous that road is to travel and if they're going to have encounters or not. At the very bottom of the board, when the heroes are in the city, they can travel to different places and do different things here and upgrade their character. I'll talk about that definitely a bit more later. Let's see what else is in store. One of the things I should have mentioned earlier that's very important when it comes to Road to Legend is the box says 2 to 5 players, which is true, but the game has to always be played with 4 heroes and one Overlord. No matter how many number of people that you have, it needs to be played with that amount of heroes and an Overlord. So you'll have to figure it out if you're not playing with 5 people, how to break that down. You definitely need an Overlord, and you definitely need at least one person to control either all 4 heroes, or if you have less than that, other people are going to have to control more than one hero. Cannot be played with just 1 or 2 heroes, unlike Journeys in the Dark. It cannot be played that way. And let's take a look at the monsters, and I'll show you why. Road to Legend actually comes with monster cards for the base game and all expansions up to this point. Tomb of Ice even comes with monster cards that go with Road to Legend. Now in Journeys in the Dark, you'll know that the monster cards got stronger as the number of players got larger in the game. In Road to Legend, this works a bit differently. The monsters are actually broken down into 3 types of monsters: humanoid, beast, and eldritch. And these can be upgraded by the Overlord during the course of the game by the Overlord spending his XP points. There's 4 stages of the Road to Legend game, and there's also 3 stages in the game: copper, silver, and gold. So you can upgrade your monsters. They all start at, I guess this is copper, silver, and then they're upgraded to gold. The monsters have 4 levels. They can actually be upgraded to diamond level. And as you can see here on the skeleton card, this is the 5-player card from Journeys in the Dark, and this is the diamond level. As you can see, much stronger is the skeleton in the diamond level Road to Legend. What is the reason for that? Well, the heroes get much stronger as well. In Journeys in the Dark, the way that the heroes won the game was by acquiring and holding on to these conquest tokens. The Overlord actually would steal them from them. In this game, they acquire conquest tokens in many of the same fashions. But what happens is at the end of the week, their conquest tokens get turned into XP, as well as the Overlord. The Overlord won't be stealing conquest tokens from the hero, but earning his own, and his conquest tokens as well turn into XP. That's what I was talking about, that the Overlord could spend to upgrade his monsters, and the heroes also can upgrade themselves. And let me show you a couple ways that works. Take here one of the regular hero cards from Journeys in the Dark. Same way, people will have the same character cards. The heroes will. One of the ways that the heroes can upgrade themselves is going to the training while they're in the town. It was one of those places at the bottom of the board that I showed you earlier. What they'll be able to do is train in a particular melee, range, or magic, and they can add black dice to their training. Also, they can upgrade their dice to power dice of silver. Ooh, here they are, little teeny things, silver and gold, which I haven't quite told you about, so hang in there. If the players actually get a chance to make it to one of the secret training areas in the game, they can even upgrade their fatigue and their hearts. Very helpful. Okay, so in Journeys of the Dark, you get your 5 black dice. Well, in Road to Legend, they have silver dice and they have gold dice. These are sweet. You can see the difference here from the black dice to the silver dice to the gold dice. Much more powerful. Now, just like in Journeys of the Dark, a hero can only roll a maximum of 5 dice. However, he can spend 2 fatigue to roll a silver, or 3 fatigue to upgrade to a gold. Likewise, he can actually get rid of a black and spend a fatigue to upgrade that one to a silver. And he can also upgrade to these dice, like I just showed you as well. As the Overlord is upgrading his monsters, they are also going to be rolling the more powerful dice. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.